watched the king die twice. The first time was quiet. The second time was loud. I was not important back then. I was just a helper in the palace storeroom. I carried bags of grain and swept floors. That's why no one noticed me when it happened. This took place in the north of my country, in a town that still had a palace and a king. We had phones and cars, but we also had old rules. The king was respected. His son, Prince Damba, was feared. Prince Damba was not cruel every day. He laughed. He gave gifts. But his eyes were always cold. When the king fell sick, everyone said it was age. The king was strong before, but sickness can come fast. One night, I was told to bring herbs to the king's room. The healer asked for them. I went late because I was delayed at the gate. When I reached the hallway, I saw the prince outside the king's room. He was alone. That was strange. Guards were always there. I slowed down. The door was half open. I heard coughing inside. The prince stepped in, and I stood still. I didn't plan to spy. I was scared to move. I saw the prince pour something into a cup. Not herbs. It was clear liquid from a small bottle. His hands did not shake. The king was weak in bed. He asked, "Is that my medicine?" The prince said yes. I wanted to shout. I wanted to drop the basket and run. But fear held my legs. I was young. The prince was powerful. The king drank. He smiled at his son. Then his face changed. He grabbed his chest. He tried to speak but couldn't. The prince stepped back and watched. I ran. I didn't look back. By morning, the king was dead. The palace said it was the sickness. The healer was blamed for wrong herbs. He disappeared 2 days later. Prince Damba became king fast. Too fast. The council asked questions, but they were silenced. Some were paid. Some were sent away. I kept quiet. I told myself I saw nothing. I needed to leave. The new king changed things. Taxes went up. Guards became rough. People started to vanish after night meetings. The town felt tight, like it was holding its breath. Then the dream started. People said the king screamed at night. He called his father's name. He walked the halls until morning. Guards whispered about it. One night, I was on late duty again. I heard shouting from the king's room. Real shouting. I ran with others. The king was on the floor. He was sweating. His eyes were wide. He pointed at the wall and cried, "Get away from me." There was nothing there. After that, his health fell fast. His hands shook. His skin broke out in sores. Doctors came. They found nothing clear. Tests were done. No poison. No illness name. He got angry. He accused everyone. He ordered arrests. Even his own friends were not safe. Then the leak started. A recording went around town. It was old phone audio. It had the prince's voice. He was talking to someone about the cup and no witnesses. The voice was clear. No one knew who released it. Some said a guard. Some said the healer's family. I knew it was true. The council met again. This time, they did not bow. Protests filled the streets. People shouted the king's name with hate. Soldiers were sent, but some refused orders. The king tried to flee at night. I was there when they caught him at the back gate. He was thin now. His crown did not fit. He begged. He said he was sick. He said he was sorry. They put him under house arrest in the old wing. The same wing where his father died. Days later, I was sent to clean that wing. I did not want to go, but I had no choice.